Andravate, and this is the tutorial number 6 in the series of tutorials for version 1. In tutorial 1, we saw project creation, menu configuration, and this is a grid view. The second one was all about strategic themes, WSF, portfolio Kanban, and child portfolio. The third was dedicated for budgeting. The fourth, we saw how a product backlog group is created, product backlogs items are created, and linking them to the portfolio items. In tutorial 5, we did a lot of planning. We saw child project creation, sprint schedule creation, sprint planning, tasking stories and defects and things like that. We are in tutorial number 6. In this, I will show how to use the story and the task board. I will even show about the Burndown charts. And in this section, I will show the member dashboards, which will give details about details at an individual level. So let's get started. Under the sprint tracking section, click on storyboard. Let me zoom. Click on storyboard. Change the planning level to the project team Lions and the sprint. In the sprint, choose sprint 1 for Lions. You will see the screen as shown. Observe the information that is available on this. The title of the user story, owner of the user story, the story points. Additionally, you can take various actions on the story in this view itself. After you pull down this particular arrow mark, which is associated to a particular story, you can edit, copy, assign. It can take various actions on the story from this view itself. This is how the storyboard will look for Tiger's Sprint 1. Now let us see the task board. There's a difference between what you see in a storyboard and what you see under the task board. So once again on the sprint tracking section, you click on the task board. This is a task board. You click on the task board. This is how the task board looks for sprint 1 of Lions. Here the stories of sprint are shown in the backlog column. The stories are shown in the backlog column. The task level details are also shown, and the tasks and the status of those tasks are in the to-do column. This particular story is broken down to various tasks, and the tasks are also shown either in to-do or in progress or in completed. See the details that are available at the individual task level as well. Let me zoom out. You get to see the title of the task, owner of the task, the number of hours associated with the task. The owner is Lions Devon, and this is the title of the task, and it says that 6 hours is left. Again, here the owner is Lion Tester 1. This is a task name and the number of hours associated with this particular task. It also shows the status of the particular story. It shows that this particular story is in progress while this story is not yet started. So it is still in the to-do state. It even shows the total number of hours which is remaining on this particular story to be done. For example, here it shows that 25.5 hours of work is yet to be accomplished for story number 1. Click on the sprint burn down from the taskboard view itself. As I mentioned earlier, this is the report section. Once you click on reports, you get this pop-up. Click on sprint burn down. You can even do the same by clicking on the sprint burn down from the report section. This is the same report which comes up if you go through the reports and click on sprint burn down. On clicking on either of the modes, you end up in this particular screen. Choose sprint for Lions. Choose this particular sprint for Lions. The planning level should be project team Lions. Give the particular start date, the duration, and hit and go. The burn down chart will get generated depending upon the parameters that you give, that is the start date and the duration. The red dot shows where the team stands as of 20th April, which is today. Today is 20th April. The red dot shows where the team stands. The team needs to accomplish 49.5 hours of work. How to interpret the burned on chart and what to infer is not in the scope of this particular demo. So I would not get into the details of interpretation of a burned on chart. Change the planning level for project team Tigers and see the drop down getting populated with the sprints of Tigers only. We will revisit this topic of burn down chart in tutorial 9 after we activate the sprint. By clicking the reports in this burn down chart, you can get the relevant reports in this view. Member dashboard is one among them. Member dashboard is one among them. You can click the member dashboards to see the report on individual team members. In the report section also, we can choose the member dashboard directly. This is how the member dashboard looks like. Choose the member from the Lions team, give the start date, duration and click on go. See the richness of information that is available over here. Lions Dev 1. This is the report for Lions Dev 1. Lions Developer 1 has 18.5 hours of work on his plate. Totally it was 18.5 hours of work. Ideally he should have been at 10.28 hours as of today. Should be left on his plate. You can even click and zoom on these graphs. You can click and even zoom, which I have not been able to capture. Well, this was a pretty short tutorial. This brings us to the end of tutorial number 6. Thanks for joining. See you in tutorial number 7.